Those people that are like they are very interesting and simple, but they are not a use case for this particular bot. So we might just try to create them to extend it on your own when you understand the basics that we're about to do right now. So you can just skip this quick replies for now. Then this is what we want to deal with: conditional connections. So this is very simple. This is what happens like in normal life. This is what everybody should understand. So a conditional connection is a connection that is conditional, right? You want to connect this interaction to the next interaction, but on one condition, right? If the person's response is this is what we want to connect to. If the person's response is this is what we want to connect to. So that is what a conditional connection means. So we can add the conditional connection by clicking this button, add connection. You see the English structure is even very simple. If, then, go to. Now, how does this work? We have an if statement. If, what are we ifing for? Like, what's the item? What's the condition we are checking for? If what? We click on item. If the response to this interaction, or if the extracted data from this interaction of custom variable or attribute. So what we are dealing with is the response. What we're interested in is the response, right? So if the response to this interaction, we are building this condition already now. We have already asked the question, if the response to this interaction, what happens to that? If the response is what, that's when you now have the condition, right? First have the statement, if the response to this interaction, then what's the condition? We have a lot of conditions. Is whether the response contains something or contains any part of something or contains all of something or does not contain something or exactly matches something and many other conditions just like that. The ones that we want to select is contains word, right? So we have built this up to this point. If the response to this interaction contains which word? Contains what? That's when we have keywords, right? Contains something like Michael, like which person's name is Michael, for instance. So if the response to this interaction contains Michael, then go to what? So we add Michael as a keyword. So if we add the keyword, you can also add synonyms for that keyword, right? Because someone might just say something else that is like similar to that, but you still want to be able to understand that as well. But for Michael, we don't want to add synonyms, so we're just going to cancel. Now I've added Michael. So if the response to this interaction contains Michael, then go to each interaction. So click on this. Then you only have one interaction we can go to right now, and that is last name, right? Go to last name. You see that this icon has turned to green. This icon here. That means we have connected this welcome to an interaction. Connected it to last name on one condition: if the name of the person is Michael, if what the person type is Michael. But this is a bad design, that it is flawed. I intentionally explained this so that you know what conditional connections are. What if the person's name is not Michael? What if the person's name is like Felix or Ayo or Banjo or any kind of name? We have millions of names in this world. So what if the person's name is not Michael? We'll not be able to connect to the next interaction. So that means we cannot use a conditional connection. Although you can also add another name by clicking here and add another keyword. If it contains Michael, or if it contains David, or if it contains this, or if it contains Allah, or if it contains that. It's not as if we are going to be typing 1 million names, right? You can't do that, right? So that means we can't use conditional connection here. But we can always use a base case or something we call a fallback connection. So let me close this conditional connection. So now we've created it, but we're going to delete it later because we can't use it because the person's name is not necessarily Michael, right? So we also have fallback connection. So the one we just did right now is conditional connection. And this is fallback for any question. You don't ask whether something is this. You just do something. Just go to whatever happens. Whatever the response is to this interaction, whatever happens at all, just what? Go to where? It's either you do nothing or you go somewhere. So you go to the last name. So we are sure that, okay, we are hoping that the persons have responded with their first name. So in any case, just go to last name. So we can delete this conditional one. Delete. Now we don't have any conditional connection, but we have one fallback connection. There can only be one fallback connection. So that's like the base case, the worst case. What can happen? Whatever happens at all, just go to last name. So we have connected welcome first name to last name. So whenever this is what the bot says, right? So whenever the user replies here, whatever the user says, I just continue the conversation and asking them for their last name. So in their last name as well, what do we want the bot to say? So the same thing we did earlier. In bot message, we want to first show that the bot is typing, right? So we make sure that our cursor is blinking here. Then we go to this chat purpose, we click on it, and we choose delayed response, right? So we delete the X's, and we put the number of seconds we want to type. So we want the bot to be typing for like 5 seconds before it responds. So enter a new line and now type what the bot will say. And I'll say thank you. The bot says thank you. Then ask for the last name. Please enter your last name. So thank you, please enter your last name. That's what the bot is saying at this point. So now that we have asked them for their first name, we asked them for their last name as well. Now in this last name as well, we are expecting the response. But before we do that, we're actually going to have to create another interaction. But before we do that, let us see what we have done so far. So because now what allows you to test what you have done. So you have this toggle here, you can just turn it on and off. If you want to test your bot, you can click on test chats, like you can toggle it on. While it's on, an icon at the bottom right of your screen will show here, like a profile picture or something like that. If you click on that, you'll be able to chat with your bot. So if I click on this, now I'll be able to chat with my bot. So this is all the things that I programmed, like I wrote for the bot, like what the bot will see when it comes, like this welcome first name. That is what we are seeing. Let me close this for now. So all these things that we wrote here for the welcome, that is what we are seeing here. So the bot come here for the first time. The first thing it says is what? You see that it's even typing. Hi, my name is Dan. I'm an investor for Investor. Then it typed for 2 seconds. Then it says, please enter your first name. Remember that we have now linked this to last name interaction. So when we enter our name, whatever our name is, whether it's Michael or Dindo or whatever it is, it's always going to relate to this last name. And remember in last name, we are saying thank you. Please enter your last name. So let us see whether the bot will really say that. We have typed Michael, then we can now send. So after we send, the bot will type for like 5 seconds as well. You can see that it's typing. After it has typed for 5 seconds, then you should now say what you have in the next interaction, which is what? Thank you. Please enter your last name. So we have successfully connected the first interaction with the second interaction, so that whatever happens in the first interaction, the bot can continue on to the second interaction. So one interaction is this. All the things that the bot says and the users reply. That's one interaction. So at the end of that interaction, we're now saying that, okay, whatever happens, just go to the last name. So this is another interaction. But here we have not responded our last name. So this interaction is not yet complete. But the user is still going to add their last name, right? So to make that work, we need to create another interaction that will accept the user's last name as well. Like what, after the user tells their last name, where should we go again? What should we ask again? So we add another interaction. Maybe we just ask them for your email, right? Let's ask them for their email. Email. You see that now we are asking for email. So we don't have to use bot statement. Because Chatbot already has a template for collecting email for us. If we just want to collect an email address, we can just use this. This collect email text templates, so that the bot can even check whether the email is correct or not. Now is the essence of using all these things: collect the number, collect URL. Because some people can just put a wrong phone number or a wrong URL or a wrong email. They will click on built around checking for correct email. So this interaction name is email. Let me increase this again. You can go ahead and add. Now we have added the main interaction, which is empty right now. But before we start building on this interaction, let's go back to last name and connect last name to email, right? So that when somebody replies in last name, just like we did earlier, we went to connections, right? We don't need conditional connection because